Welcome everyone to another brand new positivity segment video here from Nikoli's Kitchen. My name is Nick. This show is all about my journey of scratch-made food and positive energy, but these videos specifically here on YouTube, all about positivity, the positivity segment that I record every single week for the show. Now, as I list in the show notes every single week, I'm not a mental health professional or anything like that. I am just one guy sharing his journey. And if you're someone who's watching this for the first time, or maybe you're somebody that's watched all of my stuff or listened to my podcast or whatever in between, I hope that you get something good out of this. I hope you're able to take something healthy from this into your everyday life. These are the things that I have struggled with. These are the things that I have gone through. And I just want to put it out there into the world to try to help people. That's all I want to do, is just help people and help try to make the world a better place. I feel like everybody should take an active role in trying to make the world a better place. So wherever you're watching this, whenever you're watching this, thank you so much for tuning in today. Today in positivity, I want to talk about karma. And this actually comes from an Instagram post. I was randomly scrolling through social media the other day, and I randomly saw some kind of thing about karma, specifically about people getting theirs. Like, if people are bad people, or if people do bad things, then eventually karma, whatever spiritual or kind of, material concept you think of as karma, is going to get them eventually. And my beliefs on karma and my thoughts on karma, like, I kind of posted about it when I saw it, but I wanted to kind of reiterate it here in the positivity segment of the show, because karma is very, very much a concept that is rooted in negativity. It's very much a concept that's rooted in this idea of hoping for some kind of divine judgment or something to be passed down against someone who has wronged you. And I'm here to tell you, it doesn't work for me. I don't think it's a thing. I don't think it's a real thing. I think it's a way of kind of trying to transfer that burden of wanting someone who has wronged us to be wronged themselves, or to suffer, or to get hurt. But history is replete with examples of people who don't, quote unquote, get theirs, of things that don't change. And what I want to urge today, and what I want to talk about in the positivity segment, is don't let yourself get swallowed up by this idea that you want other people to be punished, and you want other people to be hurt, and you want other people to be in pain, even if they've hurt you, even if they've wronged you. And maybe you can't forgive them. And maybe some of you I'm not necessarily going to reach with this, because for whatever reason. But karma is so rooted in negativity, because all it does is it forces you to remind yourself constantly of the pain that you've endured, of the hardships that you've faced on the journey that you're on. And along those journeys, you're going to meet characters, you're going to meet people who are not necessarily going to have your best interests at heart, and who are not necessarily going to treat you the best. I have been through so many hard things, and I have had people in my life that have not treated me well. I definitely have. But when you have that happen to you, you have two choices. And like I said, you don't have to forgive them, but you have a choice whether to live in it or just put it behind you, to move on, to let it go. And I'm here to urge you to let it go. Because constantly wearing this pain, constantly wearing this negative aura of, I hate this person, I really want them to get theirs. It's just constantly continuing this cycle of negativity. And I know it's really, really hard. I know the pain that comes with being wronged. And I know the pain that comes with someone doing something to hurt you. But somewhere the cycle has to stop. It has to stop somewhere. There are people that have wronged me in my life. I don't wish them ill. I don't wish them ill. I, of course, wish that they wouldn't hurt people. I wish that they wouldn't do things to hurt people. But I can't be concerned with them getting some kind of negative ramifications somewhere down the road for what they did to me. Because then I'm not growing, and then I'm not moving past the pain that I've had to feel and that I've had to endure. And I still struggle. I still deal with so much from so many different sources. just let it go. Let it go. Let life be what life is. But if you're actively rooting for some cosmic force to punish someone for something, it's just negative. It's just bathing yourself. It's just shrouding yourself in negativity. And when you approach life with a negative mindset, I used to approach life with such a negative mindset. When you approach life with that negative mindset all the time, then all your thoughts and everything start to become controlled by it. Everything you think and everything you feel is negative. Your negative emotions get amplified. And things like karma, which don't necessarily on the surface seem like negativity, like, oh, I'm a good, happy person. I'm a good, happy person, and I do good and I try to do good in the world. But boy, I hope that person gets suffering or gets hurt or worse. It's negative. And we cannot live and we cannot grow and we cannot achieve by continuing to be mired in negativity. Let it go. I promise you, you're going to be so much happier. You're going to be so much healthier if you just find a way to let it all go. Pain hurts, but you're never going to get past that pain if you continue to harbor some kind of a resentment or some kind of sadistic wish for someone to be harmed. I have taken it upon myself over the past couple of years to really, really look at my life. I've had people who have died. I've lost people. I've lost things. Bad things have happened to me in my life. So many different things have happened to me in my life. And I have struggled so much with a lot of different things. And it's led me to places like I was in last week where I was just feeling so overwhelmed and like I was really, really brutally attacking myself because I felt like I wasn't doing enough for everybody with the holiday season. I felt like I wasn't able to do enough and give enough to enough people. And that I was somehow wronging people or hurting them or doing a bad thing or doing a wrong thing simply because I'm, not able to just go broke giving people gifts and spend all the time in the world with all different people that I want to spend time with. I don't want to live in negativity anymore. I don't want to live with negativity anymore. That's why sometimes if people get to me on social media, like I don't see it and I don't respond to it for a few days because I just need to stay out of that space because social media is so overwhelmingly negative. It is just a place where people can hide behind a keyboard and they can just attack people. There are people on the other side of that phone or on the other side of that computer that see what you write and that hear what you say. The world is just so mired in this idea of negativity that we have to be negative. And I'm one lone little voice here in my tiny little corner of the internet just crying out, begging out there for people not to do it. Let it go. Life is too short to waste your time doing anything but just living, loving, having an amazing time, surrounding yourself with people and things that you love, your pets, your family, whatever that is for you, whatever that thing is for you that makes you the happiest, get out there and do it. To paraphrase George Mason in 24, like one of my favorite shows of all time, like find something that makes you happy in life and do it, because everything out there is just background noise. Don't waste your time hoping that some kind of cosmic punishment is going to get handed down to people that have done bad things or that have done wrong things, because number one, you have no control over that. You have no control over that, and the longer that someone goes quote unquote unpunished, if you want someone to be cosmically punished in that way, the longer that they're not, the more bitter and the more angry and the more negative you become. The more it starts to dominate your life. The more you continue to think about that person or that situation or whatever it is that has always been in there. Don't trap yourself in a cycle of negativity, waiting for the universe to hand out some kind of punishment to somebody that will never come. Because you can't control what does and doesn't happen in this life to other people. You can control what happens to you to some degree, but even that you can't always control, because you can't control what other people are going to do or what other situations are going to happen. Don't waste your life hating. Don't waste your life trapped in negativity. Don't wait around for karma. Don't waste your life waiting for someone who has wronged you to be wronged themselves or to be punished in some way that you feel is equivalent. And that's the other kind of thing I think with karma, is that when's enough enough? How much suffering does someone have to go through before it's enough for you? Does it have to be equivalent? Does it have to be the same exact thing? Should they just be kind of endlessly punished? And I know some people have that much hate in their hearts and have that much hate for other people. Hate spawns hate. Hate fosters it. It nurtures itself. It's self-sustaining. And the only way you can get away from that, and the only way you can get outside of that, is to just break free of it and say, no, you will not. No, you will not control me. You will not have a stranglehold on me. Don't allow yourself to be dominated by negativity. Take a moment, wherever you're listening to this or watching this, whichever you're doing, take a moment with me now and just breathe. Take a moment right now and think about someone who has wronged you. Get a good picture of them in your head. And then just close your eyes. I'm letting you go. I'm letting this go. Because I can't be consumed my whole life with hatred and negativity for what you did. Because you can never, ever in a million years go back and change it. You can never undo what has already been done. The only thing you can do is heal and try to live the best life that you can. But you can't do that if you continually surround yourself with the negativity and the reminders of that pain. Wishing for karma, waiting for karma, hoping that someone endures pain because they've wronged you. It'll never be enough. It'll never hurt them enough to justify what they did. It'll never, ever, ever change it. And I'm so sorry for whatever you just pictured, whatever you just thought about, whoever you just thought about, or whatever situation I might have brought back. I'm so sorry that happened to you. I am so sorry that you have had to endure pain and hardship in your life, because no one should have to, but everybody does. And it's really sucks, but it's just kind of one of those defining characteristics of the world we live in as people, as a species. But that's why I sit here, like I said, in my tiny little corner of the internet, and whatever difference I can possibly make, even if it's in one person's life, even if I help one person, just breathe, let go, focus on positivity, focus on being kind to yourself, focus on building yourself up and being kind to yourself and telling yourself how much value that you have and how you didn't deserve to be wronged like that, and that you will never will be again. That you're going to guard yourself and guard your heart and take good care of yourself. Focus on surrounding yourself with people who also build each other up, who, find a community of people, whatever that is for you, if it be some kind of artistic community or whatever. Surround yourself with a community that just builds each other up. I love being an indie podcaster because it is one of the most positive and uplifting communities. It's not even that it's a community that doesn't have its issues too. Every community does. But I love being a part of this indie podcasting community because everybody is so willing to help and support other people. Has always, always, always been my experience with being a podcaster, going back years and years and years. And I'm so, so grateful for all the amazing relationships that I've made being a podcaster over time. So I focus on doing things like this. I focus on creating video content like I'm doing now for YouTube. I focus on trying to grow as a person. How can I help more people? How can I do better? How can I put more good out into the world? That's the only thing I think about. And sometimes it consumes me, and sometimes I feel overwhelmed, like I'm not doing enough, like I could never possibly do enough, and I crumble. I fall apart. And it's so hard sometimes. And sometimes I remember the pain that's been inflicted on me. Sometimes just something random will happen while I'm sitting around here, and it'll trigger a memory of something that's happened to me in my life. A bad memory, a pain I've endured, and it'll force me to kind of retreat into myself. And I feel that pain all over again because I'm still healing. We're all still healing from so many different things that have happened that have defined us. But whatever it is, whoever it is, maybe you can't forgive. Maybe you can't, and I understand that. But just let it go. Let go of this idea that you want them to suffer and that you want them to be in pain, because as long as you latch on to that negative reaction, that negative reinforcement, I don't feel like we could ever heal. I want to thank you so much for taking the time to watch today's video. Make sure if you like this, if you like these kind of things, you want to see more of them, if you have topics that you'd like me to talk about, things that I've experienced in my life, whatever, let me know down in the comment section below. Help me play the algorithm game. You got to play the algorithm game if you want to get out there to more people, and I want this to reach as many people as possible, so please do me a favor. Head down below, comment, like the video, and subscribe to the channel. Please and thank you. I appreciate you more than you know. Thank you, thank you, thank you for watching. And thank you so much for coming on this journey with me.